One of the most common troubleshooting questions that get posted is, help, my system is getting less FPS than what I'm expecting. How do I solve this problem? Well, stay tuned to find out. First of all, if you've recently upgraded or just built your system, make sure you have the most recent graphics drivers available. If you've upgraded your GPU, make sure to uninstall all the old drivers using a program such as Display Driver Uninstaller, and then performing a clean reinstall of your drivers straight from NVIDIA or AMD's website. If it's a new build, make sure you've plugged your monitor into your graphics card and not the motherboard. If you've plugged it into the motherboard, then it will be using the integrated graphics on your CPU, and you don't want that. The next thing you'll want to do is download a monitoring software such as MSI Afterburner. Using it, you want to monitor the following things in-game. You'll want to monitor CPU usage and temperatures, as well as RAM usage. You'll want to also monitor GPU usage and temperatures, as well as core clock and memory clock speeds. The first thing you'll want to check is make sure your CPU and your GPU temperatures are within normal range. Usually for an NVIDIA card or AMD card and an Intel CPU, anything under 80 degrees is fine. Anything over 80 degrees and you're running into thermal throttling, and thermal throttling will reduce your performance. The next thing you'll want to make sure is you have enough memory. If you have only 8 GB of memory and it says that you're using 8 GB, that probably means you need more memory, and your lack of memory is affecting your performance. This also applies to VRAM. If your VRAM is all being used up and you're going over your VRAM limit, it'll have to swap to system memory, and failing that swap to your hard drive or SSD, drastically reducing performance. Next, you'll want to check your CPU usage. If your CPU usage is constantly at 100%, that probably means you're experiencing a CPU bottleneck. And that means that while your graphics card is capable of rendering way more FPS, your CPU simply isn't, and you probably need an upgrade. And finally, you want to make sure your GPU memory and core clock speeds are normal. Sometimes there are driver issues that can cause your GPU to not be at the max clock speeds or memory clock speeds in game. For example, I personally had an issue with my R9 390 where the latest drivers that were released caused my memory clocks on my 390 to be permanently stuck at 150 MHz, which means that even in game I was getting terrible performance. Make sure this is not happening to you. If nothing helped, the next thing you'll want to do is run a full PC diagnostic. You can use something like User Benchmark or PC Mark to run a full system diagnostic, and I'll tell you if any components inside your PC are underperforming. And as a final last resort, you can do a complete clean reinstall of your system. Make sure to back up your data first. Sometimes there are driver issues or software issues that simply cannot be troubleshooted, and at the end of the day, it might be just easier to do a clean reinstall to rule out all of these issues. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for future uploads. As always, thanks for watching and have a great day.